What's going on, guys? Chris Avery here. Subconscious Control. Let's grow better together. Desire to Inspire, one of my favorite shirts. Just wanted to make this because I met a guy a couple years ago, and first I actually want to commend you guys for listening to these, right? You are becoming more aware and becoming better just by listening to these. You're helping your brain, and you're putting good information and material into your mind and your body. And I know if you're listening to this, you're already at the top 1-5% of the people in this country, because most people aren't aware enough to even listen to this stuff. They're just off doing their thing, which is fine. I understand that, but I make these, and I love the feedback, by the way, that I'm getting from people that are listening to this. They're giving me great ideas to make these better for you guys and for myself. And so I just want to say thank you to everybody that's watching these for that reason. And I also want to just let's go into the information that I'm going to share today. And so this guy talked about the struggle that he was going through with drugs and alcohol. And he had this great vision for himself. And he wasn't achieving it because of the drugs and alcohol, he believed. And so he got around these great people that gave him hope in himself, and we all need some hope. And he allowed himself to see himself, to hear his voices in his head, and gave some clarity in his mind. And the more he realized the path that he was going down, he no longer wanted to continue. So he allowed himself to take a step back and get some new information, because Albert Einstein won't give you the exact quote, but he says that the problem you're in can't be resolved with the information you had that got you there. So you got to get new information. Just like these videos, books, audios. And so this guy told me that at 30, he was able to learn this information about how his mind worked and about being aware. And he realized that the more he was aware of the talk in his own mind internally first, he could change that. He stopped viewing himself, because originally he viewed he kept saying, I won't do this drug, or I won't drink this alcohol tonight, and then he would give it and do it, and he felt like a failure, and he felt like it had control over him. And he learned that actually he could take back that control and become aware of his self-talk and program himself with new self-talk that allowed him to give him freedom to stop picking up that drink, to become aware of his emotions and his attitude that he had about when he wanted to pick that up. And slowly he was able to change and transform himself. And that was me, guys. That was me a couple years ago. And because of the awareness and the information I was able to gather, I was able to transform and change. Not change, but become the person that I had the view of, become the person I wanted to be, get more out of life, right? And when you think about it, first of all, I don't tell you that to press you guys. I tell you that to press upon you that you're able to change, or I like better transform, become more than you already are. Because you guys are already rock stars. Like I said, you're watching this, you're engaged in your life. You're becoming more aware by listening to this. And if you're listening to this or watching this, if you're sitting or standing or however you're consuming this, you're probably thinking, you're already becoming more aware. You're already learning new things. You're already changing and transforming to become the person you want to be. Life's becoming better. And so, as I learned this information, I learned that the mind and our habits push us to do so many things. That our mind, that we are not even aware of, has 12,000 to 70,000 thoughts in our prefrontal cortex. That's where our thought process works. However, most of those we're not aware of because they happen subconsciously. And the more I became aware of my self-talk and others, I was able to help other people, because it's not just about you, it's about helping others. If you got kids, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, cousins, friends, we all have somebody in our life that we can help them be better. And as we become better, they realize they can become better. And that's what I hope you guys see from these videos, is that I want to become better so you guys can be inspired to become better. And so from our awareness, we can realize that we get feelings and emotions, and those turn to our attitude. And our attitude causes us to have actions. And that causes us to have beliefs, which turn to program. And so awareness is the key factor and the number one factor, right? This is step one, day one of the rest of the best of your life. And there was this other guy, a really cool story that I like and I heard was, he went to this retreat and he was pumped, right? New adventure, had followed this guy for a long time, wanted to see him. This guy was like the guru of gurus. So he goes to this event, and it wasn't exactly what he expected to get. And he sees the guy that he really likes, and he's listening to him talk and share with all these different people that come to the event about that there's something special in all of them. And they're here for a reason. Just like you guys, there's something special in you. You're here for a reason. And he gives them all different tasks to do over this 5-day event. This guy's was to go down a river just like this, beautiful river, watch it flow, and come back every evening and share with the group. So he goes there, day one, they're walking down, he's getting to be with the guy that he likes really well and he loves, and he takes him down. He's like, look at the river and come back tonight and share what you get, what experience you get. So he comes back day one, everybody's sharing amazing stuff, and he's there sitting back there, arms crossed, just unclear why he's there. A little annoyed and doesn't have the vision that he came to get for who he wants to become. And so he goes back day two, starts to look at the river, and he sees it's beautiful. And he sees maybe I'm here because there's more beauty. Maybe they're trying to tell me that there's more beauty to life. And that's something you can learn, right? There's more beauty to life than just what we give it when we visually and we're unaware of things. Comes back, doesn't really have much to share that night. Other people are sharing. Fast forward to day 5. He's like, all right, I got to try something new. I'm not getting what I came for. I love this guy. I trust this guy. But what is he doing? Having me look at a river, telling me how to get what I want. And he takes a step back and he has a moment of clarity. And he takes a new action instead of looking at the thing the same way he's been doing for the last 4 days. And he says, all right, I'm going to try something new. He pops off his shirt, hops in that cold water. Woo! It's cold. He kind of floats a little bit down the river, swims over, grabs on a rock. As he grabs the rock, he feels the water running over him. Then he pulls himself over to the edge and sits down. And he has a huge breakthrough for himself. And as he's looking at the beautiful water and seeing it flow, hit the rocks, he starts to think, this water is a lot like human beings, experiences we have in life, the way our brain works, the awareness and the clarity we have and we're getting. The more you watch this, the more clarity you get. Just as the more he looked at that river, the more clarity he got. And he realized the water flow is like our attitude. It's like our feeling in life. It constantly flows. It's constantly ebbing and flowing. As he jumped in the water, he realized the temperature is like the emotions. And he started to think, okay, the rocks are like these beliefs we have, right? And we can simply, the more we become aware of where the rocks are placed, like in our mind, beliefs, we can change them. We can go grab a rock out of the river. We can learn new information, just like grabbing a stick to pop up the rock and pull it out, to let the river flow better. We can also learn that we can build a dam. If we have a program we don't like because we're aware of it now, we can simply put a dock in there or a dam and block the water, and it flows around to change that belief, to get rid of those bad ones. When we have a good one, we can make that boulder bigger. We can throw a bigger boulder and let that water flow over and reprogram ourselves, transform ourselves, get more of what we want, become the best person we can be, because we're already doing that. We're going to live tomorrow, guys. Let's live with a purpose. Let's live with a reason. And I know you guys are already doing that. So it's like preaching to the choir, I'm sure. But I still always want to remind myself, because this is more for myself when I say those things than it is for you guys. You guys are rock stars. I love the comments, like I said earlier. I just want to share one more thing. You guys will get used to this. It's my try and true. My favorite thing, note cards. Grab a note card. I'll give you a second. Grab a pen to write something down. We're going to leave you with this. This will be your action step. And we'll call it a day. Check out the water. All right, your second's up. Anyways, so I want to give you guys a good self-talk about your awareness to take home. So on the card, right, I am becoming more aware. More often than not, I think about my self-talk. I think about the language that people speak to me and the language I speak to others. And how I'm able to learn and become better daily by becoming more aware. And the more I become aware, the more of it becomes a habit and the easier it becomes. And the easier it becomes, the easier I'm able to replace the things I don't want to do and become greater than I already am. And I have the control over my mind, no longer letting anybody control me. And that I love myself and I respect myself enough to help myself and help others. And you guys write something down like that. If you need to re-listen to it because I talk too quick, that's normal. I talk too quick, everybody tells me that. Anyways, I want to leave a few things, just say, like, I always write yours as I am present, right? So like, I am doing this. People think like, well, I'm not really doing that. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between reality and fiction. That's, I gotta remember, not fiction, fiction. You know what I'm saying. Anyways, and the whole point is we watch TV, we talk to other people, we get on Facebook, we get on Instagram, and all these things are programming us. So let's take control of that and let's write it in. That's the reason it's so important to write it as it already has happened. And don't take something away from yourself, add something in, right? Give you guys self something. Don't say I'm not gonna eat that bad food. Say I'm gonna eat healthier today. Anyways, guys, I know the more you listen to this, the more you become aware, and the more it's already naturally programmed in your awareness, and the more you become aware, the easier and the better life will become. And you'll look back and realize that these videos that you're watching was a start in that progression, and that you're only becoming better every day. Anyways, guys, love you. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you soon. Again, comment below, subscribe, keep commenting because I love them. I love the comments coming in. We'll talk to you soon. Love you. Bye-bye.